I found out that he had the C, and it had affected his kidneys, and they said that they want to take it out, and that's when I got in touch with yourself, and I said, if I mean, I tried to get them to get in touch with you, but they were not accepting. So I was like, okay, my only I mean, I was with the news. It was just devastating for me, because I felt that my sons are very, very young, and they still need their dad, and it was very, very hard time I was going through. So I got in touch with yourself, and you said I have to send a picture of my ex-husband, and you can do the Scalar. You'll use his picture, and we went ahead and done that. And so I guess what happened is what they had told me was that they were going to go with the operation. They had to take the kidney out, but they said when they took it out, it had already spread, and it had spread to the pancreas. And whoever I would talk to, or when I would search about it, it was like they would say there's no way, like once it's spread, that's it. So it was very, very, very upsetting for me. But then after the operation, they said, and they've done the checkup, everything on him again, the checks, everything. The doctors have said he's clear. There's nothing, and he's doing well. He doesn't have any more pain, and so yeah, it's amazing. Yeah.
Did he know that he was being on the Scalar at all? Did you tell him, or no?
Yes, I mean, I told my sons about it, and at one point when I was telling my sons, he was there, and he would listen. He was listening. So because I could hear him there, and he did know that I did that, and I had told my sons when I mean, I told them to go ahead for them to get in touch with you, so he knew about that. And then afterwards, when I was doing that, I told them that I've done this, so they knew about it. Yes.
Wow. Do they have a understanding of it, or it's mainly you that has to somewhat break it down?
Yeah, it's mainly me. They are just recently getting to understand about meditation and breath works, and like my son, the thing is that what was very, very hard for me was because my middle son, in April, he lost his very, very best friend to suicide. So he was not doing well either. So I was like, oh my gosh, this is on top of this, is their father is this has happened to their father. And for Christmas they came over here to London, and I did a few meditations with him, and he said, Mom, this really relaxes me. It's really helped me. So they're just getting familiar with it right now. They're getting familiar with how the breathing, because for the meditation I made sure that he started with a lot of breath work, and he every morning when he was awake and I was awake around like 6, 7 in the morning, I would go up to him, and we went through this breath work and meditation, and he really liked it. He said it is really helping him.
It's truly a blessing that, you know, you can show them another option that they have, you know, especially going through what he's going
Yeah,
through, and you know,
yeah,
showing them another avenue, another way to also experience life, and they don't have to um, be swallowed up and let the despair, you know, conquer
yes,
their overall mental being.
yes, exactly. That's something that I'm really trying to get them to understand. So it's like they've had a slight, how shall I say, a slight experience of it, and they've realized it's really, it does help them. And I tell them, and I say to them, I've had I've had friends who have asked me to, um, talk to their son about this, and that person has cured. Like he had gone to so many doctors and so many specialists, and um, like when he came to me, he said, I'll do anything, just tell me what I should do. And within a few months, this was from October to April, um, he was cured.
Wow.
He couldn't fly out. He couldn't leave his house. That's how his condition was. And in April, I saw he had flown to Dubai, and I saw the story, and I was like, I was amazed myself. I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it. And yeah, it was amazing. It was an amazing experience for him and for myself, because now I could say to everyone, this stuff really works. Yeah.
Wow. Well, thank you for sharing that experience, sister. And
Thank
you know,
you.
next time we're suited, if you ever feel called to, you're more than welcome to hop on. And I'm sure this will definitely help others who may have similar experiences, to also show them there's another option when, you know, you've tried or you sought out everything you can do, and this is a possible help for
It
sure.
Yes, definitely, because it was just out of the blue. I had just met the mom, and I was talking to her about um, the future of medicine, the future of healing is going to be through frequencies, and um, it's not this, these medications are, and that's where the conversation started. And because they had tried all these avenues with different doctors and specialists, and nothing had worked for them,
Mm.
it was like this was their last option. um, and um, and yeah, so it was like, um, the son was like, just tell me anything and I'll do that, and he was very determined. uh, and and I wrote it down. I said, um, I am going to see you in London. And I would write, thank you God, thank you God, thank you God. And when I found out that he was traveling, I actually took a picture of what I had written. I mean, I had totally forgotten I had written this in my gratitude book. And when I came back to my book, um, I took a picture of it and I sent it to her. I said, I had forgotten that I had written this down for you, but it was all to do. I mean, the breath work is unbelievable.
Well, sister,
Yeah.
thank you for sharing the breath, and thank you for being a pillar in your family and taking that leap of faith. I know it's something out of the norm to do something like Scalar, but you did it, and you've seen firsthand what it can do. So honored to be part of that journey, and thank you for
Mm.
trusting in what I do, and also being
Thank
part
you.
of the push for these type of modalities.
Yeah, yeah, thank you. Thank you. Yeah, thank you for I mean I mean I've always, every time you've had lives, I've learned so much from it. So I'm always, as soon as I see like, oh, you have a live, I try to hop on there because I find every time I get new information, I get new knowledge. So it's always great. So that's why it was like, when I found out you have this scalar, and I heard other people's testimonies, so that's why I was like, okay, I gotta do this. I gotta do this. Yeah.
What a way to pay it forward. Thank you so much.
Oh, thank
Have a
you.
breathful night, sister.